2, 1, full power.
Okay, I apparently don't know how to make the noise with my mouth because I have braces. Whatever. Anyway. Greetings, everybody. This is VoiceOver Wartooth. This is a doodle I made, and we're gonna talk about some crap. Basically, dumb advice for me that I've learned over the years that I like to share and force my wisdom upon other people so that hopefully they will feel better about themselves and not do dumb shit like I do. First thing we're gonna talk about is the only wasted paint is the paint left in the tube. I also want to say, just as a note, that I feel really stupid doing this, and I don't like doing voiceovers, I don't think, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because we're gonna boop myself straight out of this funky comfort zone that I've put myself in and yeet myself straight into the internet ether. Anyway, the only wasted paint is paint left in the tube. Basically, that's the idea that, do the fucking thing. Like, do the thing. You're not wasting paint if you think that you're going to do something and all of a sudden it's not going to be worth it for, the paint that you wasted because you did the thing and it was terrible, but you're doing the thing. You're learning, you're progressing, you're moving forward, you're modifying your skills and you're learning as you go, and it's not wasted paint. If you have supplies and you never use them because you don't want to ruin them, then you're not saving the supplies. You're cutting your nose off for your face. For sake of your face, is that it? Those people who live in glass houses shouldn't catch the early worm or something. I don't know. Do the thing. Waste the paint. Use the paintbrushes. Use the fancy paper that you have. Chop up that piece of wood. Use that canvas. Go through those pastels. What do people use? Use the paint. Use it all. Do it. You're gonna grow and learn and progress, and that's what's important. On that same note, it takes time to get better. Number 2, it takes time to get better. All the time I hear people say, "Oh my god, I wish I could draw." Blah. Like, constantly. And I get it, but here's the thing. When you were a kid, when you were a wee little baby pooping and puking everywhere, you didn't know how to wipe your ass. You didn't know how to use a fork. You didn't know how to drive a car. You didn't know how to do your taxes. But to be fair, I'm almost 40 and I still don't know how to do my taxes. But that's a different story. The point of it is you have to learn how to do the thing. I've always kind of been geared towards art. I remember doing art when I was little, and I was just pushed in that direction, so I kept practicing and I kept doing it. But it takes time. You're not going to magically pick up a thing and be able to mimic it. You might be, and that's pretty cool. But to really refine your skills, it's going to take some time. And on that note, getting a tablet or getting a drawing display or an iPad or whatever isn't going to make you a better artist. It might expedite you drawing more because you don't have to necessarily pay for the paper or pens or supplies or paint. But if you don't know the skills, having a digital device to do that isn't necessarily going to make you a better artist. As I'm sitting here drawing on my iPad in this video, I just want to point that out. So I hear that a lot. So it takes time, and digital art isn't necessarily going to make you a better artist. And some people, caveat to that, some people really get into digital art and they embrace it and they fucking fly with it. And that's cool. I'm fine with it. But this is kind of geared towards, this is a video for younger me. This is a video for me 10 years ago. And maybe some 10 years ago me's are out there listening to this right now, and maybe they might help with this advice. I don't know. I'm not really sure. So we've got the only wasted paint is paint left in the tube. When you were a kid, you didn't know how to wipe your ass. So the third topic is taking critiques gracefully. And that also falls in the line of the first two comments. when somebody says, why is that like that? Or maybe you should do that. Or your shadows are wrong. Or, the placement is wrong. That you can't draw hands. I can't draw hands. That's why all of my characters have little noodle hands that bend inward. Because I can't draw hands. But take your critique and run with it and think of it as a little treasure to improve yourself as an artist. Going through college and art school was a nightmare, but I think it really made me a much stronger artist, specifically dealing with clients, because I could take that feedback and I don't take it personally. Now, if somebody attacks me personally, that's a different story. But if somebody is critiquing my artwork, I don't take it personally for the most part, specifically with clients, and I can back up, regroup, make it better. I still have a small group of people that I show artwork to and go, hey, please put your eyeballs on this. Look at this. Is this good? What version do you like? And they might be like, Wartooth, you need to get your shit together. That kerning is messed up and your colors are all poopy and whatever. I don't take it personally. I go, oh yeah, you're right. That's some really bad typography and I don't know what color I was thinking and why I did that. Grow from it. Learn from it. Learn to take critiques and learn to advance yourself in your art through the critiques. Next thing I want to talk about. As I post this on social media, just remember that social media is a carefully curated snapshot of someone's life. It's all fake. It is a manipulated view of their world for you. And as much as we love it, and as much as we are like, yes, this is awesome, your work is great, and you're fantastic, you don't know the bullshit that they went through behind the scenes to get to that point. You don't know the struggles they went through. You don't know the processes they went through. You don't know the failures they went through. You don't even know if it's fucking theirs. Like, it could be they stole something or stole an idea or whatever. I was on Instagram the other day and I was scrolling for way too long. And I had this like wave of imposter syndrome come over me. Basically, my brain just went, your artwork is shit. Why are you even doing this? And it sucked. Like, that feeling was terrible because I was looking at all these just absolutely amazing artists and amazing work, and I was like, oh my god, my stuff is terrible. It's not terrible, okay? Yes, I can always improve. I can always become a better artist. I think everybody can. Even, amazing artists still are like, yeah, I can improve. You're not on the same page as people on social media sometimes. Sometimes you're not even in the same fucking book. Hell, you might be in a different goddamn library than somebody else. So try not to compare yourself to what you see on social media, because it's not always what it seems. And that's why I try really hard to show my sketches, to show my process. Like, you guys can watch this video, and there's lots of parts of this video where I am just smashing buttons and floundering. Like, the end product is pretty cool, but getting there, sometimes it's a bumpy ride. Like, the typography right here. I did it all and then erased it and did something different. It's a process. But you see the final result and you're like, oh, she just whipped that out of nothing. It takes time. This took like 2 hours or so, and that doesn't include the sketch. What I'm trying to say is, don't be so hard on yourself from social media. It's really hard to get sucked up in there and fall into that hole that you're not good enough. And you are. I promise you, you are. So the next thing I want to talk about is finding your style and embracing it. When I went to art school, it was very fine arts oriented. It had to be kind of abstract and out there and have, statements about the artwork and methodology, and it was such bullshit. And I hated it. And I did it, but it wasn't my jam. I've always drawn the goofy shit that I draw, like a little skull with horns and little pee-pee potato pants. And that's okay, because guess what? The art world is huge. And it doesn't just consist of bananas taped to walls and all the other really dumb art that's out there. It makes lots of money. You can do art that'll make you money. There's plenty of things out there that you can do, grind out and make money, and and be fine, but God, it'll suck your soul dry. Like, it'll absolutely just ruin you and you won't be happy. So, the artwork that I do, I started leaning really heavy into the very comic style, the very caricature style, the very, like, derpy and funny stuff. Like, I'm not a politician, I'm not a teacher or a nurse or a doctor. I'm a dingleberry artist that draws goofy to make people happy, and that's what it's all about sometimes. And everybody has their reason for doing their art, but the thing is you gotta find something that's your niche. Niche? Niche. Doesn't matter. You gotta find something that's your little slice of the world that you really love and that makes you happy. And it's also part of standing out. Like, there's a million people that draw, the same thing. I'm sure there's lots of people that draw little potato art. That's fine. I don't care. But embrace your stuff. I have a lot of people say that this very simplistic comic style that I do, this cartoon character style, is easy. And it might be. Like, it's fairly simple. Like, had a discussion with another friend of mine who does way more detailed artwork. His stuff takes 2, 3, 4 days to finish. And I've got another friend who does, like, superhero style stuff, like really animated and all muscly and whatever. And the friend that does the comic book superhero stuff, he was like, man, I can't draw like you draw. And I was like, man, I can't draw like you draw. It's all the style that you pick, and it's all the direction that you decide to learn and move forward in. And that is okay. Please know that your style and your vibe is cool, and embrace it. And that's fine if somebody doesn't like it, because the people that do like your art will find you. And that's why I'm here. Yay! And that's why you're here. Yay! So with that being said, please be gentle with yourself. Please be kind to others, because you never know the battle that they might be having. Practice your artwork. Keep drawing, keep illustrating, keep creating stuff, keep making things. Don't leave the paint in the tube. It'll just make you sad. And make sure you drink some fucking water, you dehydrated goblin, and be well and stay epic. Until next time, this is dumb advice from an artist. I'm out. Bye-bye. See you later. Adios. How do I end this? How do I end these? Oh well. Enjoy the rest of the doodle. Bye, everybody.
Full power.